There are a variety of estimates for death toll from obesity, but whatever it is, death toll from smoking, they say, is higher. Do you believe that? Which is not to say that you could stay fat and stop smoking. They're both bad. Of course, no one wants to set up a contest for which one is worse, smoking or obesity. They are the two main culprits when it comes to preventable deaths. Anybody want to add anything to that?
I think we all know a friend, have a girlfriend that smokes to control her weight. So many young women, you see them with the cigarettes, it's to control their weight. And
So they say.
well, they think it does, but they're using tobacco.
And I think it's peer group pressure. You know what I mean? Mary Jane's smoking and she's a size 3. So here I am a size 27. If I start smoking, maybe I'll be a size 3 in no time. I don't think so. I tried it. It don't work. What they also said in this article and other articles is that nothing's really working with stopping the obesity epidemic, and that most people don't really care if they're fat or not. Some need the comfort or approval and agreement from their families. And if the husband wants the wife and kids to stay fat, then they all stay fat. And I see this a lot too. I see a lot of, not a lot, but I see occasionally husbands will get their shorts in a knot if the wife is starting to lose weight and getting all foxy and stuff again. And God knows it must be that male weak ego. No.
Yeah.
Not all. There's all the exceptions to that rule. But in fact, something I have been wanting to introduce since the beginning of my shows has been a segment called Man Flaws. And see, when Mike was saying my scripts were, my notes and my show notes were so long, it's because, we have 55 minutes, which seems like a long time. But it's not. And I got to tell you something, in 35 weeks of little scriptettes, I have enough material for another 35 weeks.
I think you do.
You know, because you guys read them and you see we don't even get through sometimes half of the stuff.
You're right.
And there's things that are so important sometimes that I want to talk about. And anyway.
I think you get the important things, and the stuff that's more lighthearted or entertaining is kind of put to the wayside. I think we take care of the show the best that we can. So far, so good as far as hitting the important topics as opposed to the not so important stuff that goes along with it. So.
I hope I do a good job. I would like my listeners to be informed and entertained, somewhat, and motivated.
Laura, no one wants to hear about man flaws.
Oh, wait a second. Let's weigh in on that. Well, here's how
the show.
Here's how yes, I know. Could you please talk to the RJ, the owner of the station, and tell him we need a second hour? Here's how I came up with that. You know those beer commercials with Burt Reynolds and those guys sitting around the round table, and it's called Man Laws.
Yes.
And then I thought, Man Flaws.
Oh no.
Yes. And I'm going to be doing a thing at Second City the end of August, and that is going to be one of my things that I'm going to pull out of my bag of tricks. It's going to be my Man Flaws thing. Let me give you a for instance.
Okay.
I don't know how it is with you guys, you gals, sitting here, y'all, but I have noticed a lot of times with men that you guys don't screw caps back on bottles like juice bottles or cartons of milk or such things. And so one day I was in Florida and there was a jar of Clamato and a jar of spicy V8 in the fridge, and I love those mixed. Clamato a little too sugary, spicy V8, and I took them out of the fridge and I had one in each hand. Picture this. And I took them and I went like this to shake them, because you know how there gets a little bit of water at the top of the jar. And much to my surprise, out of each jar in each hand shot red Clamato and spicy V8 all over the walls. Pictures, cabinets, refrigerator, floor, rug, dogs, me.
Oh no.
And that is a man flaw. Is it not, girls? So I'm gonna put together some commercials that I'm gonna submit to possibly. Who was the commercial for? Budweiser? I don't even know. Who was the beer commercial? Jeff, you know all that.
10 years ago, yeah, Budweiser.
One of those. Anyway, I always have some tasty topics, and we're running out of time here. Do you have anything else you'd like to contribute? Or
Love your book.
Thank you.
Excellent.
It's a booklet, but maybe by September it will be into a full-length book. Commit to Get Fit. And we're going to do EBL 3. in September, and we want to do it with a corporate challenge. So if any of you out there, like at Sherman Hospital, or like at, give me some more corporations running, Fisher Nuts, and who else? Some more corporations. If you guys
Chase.
want to put to, Chase, you guys want to put together a team of, say, 10,
Mhm.
and have the corporation kick in an entry fee, then we will have corporation teams. But that's kind of how we're leaning toward EBL 3. Not necessarily, but we'll still take individuals, but I would love to see a corporate challenge
Mhm.
with EBL 3. Anyway, I have another thing that I'm going to hand out tonight at weigh-in is a powerful questions that are going to be in my book. And there's some beginning powerful questions to get you thinking about saving your life. And one of them is number 1, what are you eating that's keeping you fat? Good one.
Good one.
2, what are you doing or not doing that's keeping you fat? What is really important in your life? What will it take for your inner spark of possibility to be fanned into the flame of achievement for better health, daily walking in a new, happier, slimmer, more fit you? What needs to be different in order for you to become more healthy and fit? Now, you know these are geared to the ones who are kind of lackadaisical about this whole situation. But so that's coming down the pike for you guys tonight, handouts
Great.
tonight. I was going to email them, but I thought, nah, I'm going to hand these out so I can look you in the eye when I give them to you. Let's see, my tasty topics quickly. We have maybe 2 minutes to do these. Let me ask you something, Julie. What is your greatest extravagance?
Cheesecake Factory restaurant.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't get out much.
No, you don't. And spoken like a true foodie.
Yes, yes.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
Sandy, what's your greatest extravagance?
I would say massages. I love
Ooh.
massages. Yeah.
That's a good idea. Steph?
Olive Garden.
Olive Garden
That's the first place I'm hitting after after this is over.
in moderation. And Valerie, your greatest extravagance?
Grandchildren.
Wow.
That's great.
Good, that's great. And let's see, what was the one that I asked our football player pal that time, and my eyes can't focus on it. What was your greatest regret? What do you regret most in your life? Do you have any regrets? What
Not
was your
taking enough risks.
not taking enough risks? Sandy?
I think the same, not following my passion.
Oh, good. Steph?
Yeah, I can't think of any right now. I'm sure I've got a million, but I can't think of.
Too much Olive Garden in your case.
Yeah.
Too much Olive Garden. Val?
Not losing that 70 pounds before my son's wedding pictures.
Oh, good night. Yep, I can relate to that. Marcus Robinson was the bear that was here, and he is a tremendous man. Didn't we love when he was on here that
Mhm,
day?
absolutely.
And when I asked him, he got like a little bit of a sadness came over in his eyes, and he said, not giving 100%. And that is my favorite answer ever to that question, because you always think you're giving it your 100%, and you always think, but if you got a headache, or your cramps, or you're this, or you're that, and you're playing in the Super Bowl, you know what I mean? So, anyway, anybody else have anything else they'd like to share with us?
When will EBL 3 start?
You know, I can't remember the date, but I'm thinking it's more like around September 25th-ish. Toward the end of September, mid to end of September. I have it written down, and I can let everybody know, but that's when EBL 3 is scheduled to start.
Another 12 weeks?
Yeah, I think so.
Great.
Don't you know what? Everybody likes the 12-week. The
Yeah.
8-week, you know, in the
It's too
beginning of the
short.
8-week, it was too short. Everybody's like, ugh, 8 weeks, and then it was 4 weeks half, and they're like, only 4 weeks left, and then it was over. We were all crying.
Sure.
We were all crying.
I bet.
That was a sad thing. Listen, Jeff, tell us about Larry Allen,
Oh, well, I can do that.
because I'd like to thank everybody for being with us today.
Okay, well, Larry Allen, of course, good Allen and Son seal coating that you know so well. 847-980-6914. That's the key phone number to call. And if you've been thinking about seal coating that driveway, haven't you? You've been laying
Thinking
awake
about
at night.
seal coating you.
That's right. I came from the Gulf. I'm already seal coated. Allen and Son Seal Coating is the folks who take care of all those seal coating dreams you have. 847-980-6914.
Clara Leos, Dr. Clara Leos, chiropractor extraordinaire, and her number is 847-888-9988. And holy smokes, I'm going to have to talk like I'm on fire. George, Kyle, Mike, Jeff, Kyle's not here, forget it. Julie Belanger, Stephanie
He's on his
Sedgwick,
way.
Sandy Krug, Valerie Swan, thank you all, Elgin's Biggest Losers, for being here. Tonight's weigh-in, it's the half. We thanked Allen and Son, Snob Hounds. Thanks again, Casey, for making this show possible. Every day is a new beginning. Please make the most of it. It's our pleasure to be here. Next week's special guest, we have another lineup that's just going to be incredible. See you next week, same time, 3 to 4 p.m., same station. This is the Laura Dion-Jones Show. I am Laura Dion-Jones. Thanks for listening. Go Elgin's Biggest Losers. Dream bigger, and let's work to end all wars.
This is your news and information station.
Right on the top.
How was it?
Oh my God, I was so nervous.
See how voice projection she talks now and how loud she is? And then you put people in front of a microphone with earphones on and go,
I don't know.
I know exactly the feeling.
Oh my God.
That's great.